sea day, and as usual we had breakfast in our cabin. We would be grateful if you liked and subscribed, and don't forget to hit the notification button. Jill went down and watched a towel folding demonstration in the piazza for a while, whilst I stayed in the cabin.
With a dog hitting the table, and next we've got a monkey.
Meanwhile, back on our balcony. Well, as you can see, it's extremely foggy here, just at the northern end of the Bay of Biscay. Jill's been down to the towel folding exhibition in the piazza, and I'm going to join her in a minute. I came outside and saw this fog. Wow. I joined Jill in the piazza and we watched a game of crew versus passengers Jenga.
What animal breathes out of its butt? What animal breathes out of its butt? I want to go fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Say it. It is a turtle. Turtle soup will be on the menu tonight, you guys. There you go. Oh, that's the fourth one. Oh, it's not finished there, right? Guest services said the guests can't do that. Guest services recommend guest man once again. There we go. One hand. Oh, he is taking from Constantine, reconstructing the blocks. Yeah. But the top is moving just in case. You think he can do it, guys? Oh, I feel the support. Oh, it's moving, but do you?
It was the first time that we'd spotted this. Ham and cheese panini and a slice of lemon pancake. Was it lemon pancake, did you say? Lemon pancake?
Lemon pancake.
From the International Cafe. And there's a line dance. path going on behind us. We went to Princess Live for a quiz for a while, but it was soon time to head to the Vista Lounge for the Captain Circle event that we'd been invited to. We were a little early, so we ended up at the front of what turned out to be a very long queue. Waiters served us with nibbles and cosmopolitan cocktails.
There are many other cruise lines out there that you could choose, but you have chosen to return to Princess time and time again. And of course, we have 17 ships in our fleet in total, but you've chosen the Sky Princess. So thank you for choosing the Sky and of course Princess Cruises. Now, when I first started...
It's all about, that's why you keep coming over here. You wouldn't be coming if you didn't have time, correct? I would assume so. So this is our second cruise here in Europe on this season. We just did the crossing and...
We had our photo taken with the captain and stayed for a prize draw where there were 3 individual prizes of 1 bottle of Prosecco. We headed to Bellinis for a glass of Rossini before our meal in the Soleil main dining room. What did you think of your fettuccine Alfredo?
It was very tasty. I prefer more parmesan crisp with it, but and I think the sauce was slightly thicker than we've had it in previous times. But no, it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. It was about the right quantity for a starter. So you had fettuccine Alfredo?
I did indeed. Once again, fettuccine Alfredo. It's a bit denser than I remember it from previous trips on the start, but just as tasty. Nice lot of what do we call it? The parmesan scattered on top of it, which I always enjoy. There were, I think, little tiny bits of little chunks of parmesan in it, which I don't remember there being in before, but it was very nice. I enjoyed fettuccine Alfredo. So Jill, how was your land and sea?
I think I was very great having land and sea. The lobster was interesting. It's not something I would have on McDonald's at all. Just forget about half of it. It was quite meaty. I'm not quite sure what the Béarnaise sauce brought to it. It was quite cold, Béarnaise sauce. The lobster cold. The steak or tenderloin was delicious, though beautifully cooked, beautifully rested and very tender.
New York strip steak, take 3.
Once again, it was very nice, my New York strip steak. It was properly cooked to medium rare. The vegetables were nice and al dente. The fries were good. It's not the best cut of steak. It's not the worst either. It's a passable piece of steak. Yes, I enjoyed it.
What vegetables did you have with it?
I had a little bit of asparagus. I I had carrot, I had Linda courgette, I believe, and something I couldn't actually say what it was. It was okay. So, how was your sugar-free cherry trifle?
It was perfectly acceptable. Not the nicest of the sugar-free desserts, actually. But it was definitely a trifle. It had sort of sponge, custard, jelly, cream stuff, and a couple of cherries in the bottom. Yeah, it was acceptable. It was nice, reasonably nice dessert.
Now you finally had a love boat dream.
I did indeed.
How was it?
I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. The mousse part of it, the top part of it, was a bit like it had too much gelatin in it. It was very spongy. And for all they're saying about how chocolate things are their speciality, it wasn't all that chocolatey either, really. Very thin layer of chocolate. And there was supposedly a shortbread biscuit underneath there. Well, it may or may not have been shortbread, but it was so thin it was very difficult to tell what it was. So I was a little bit disappointed.
After our meal, we went to the theatre for the late performance of rock opera.
We've arrived in Cherbourg. We're not quite docked yet, but it's not quite 8 o'clock yet. Seems to be lining up the gangway. A little bit colder than it has been on previous days. Queuing to get off in Cherbourg. Huge queue. First time we've ever experienced something like this.
Cherbourg is quite compact, with the cruise terminal about a 20-minute walk from the centre of the town. We decided to take the shuttle.
We're on the shuttle bus, which is €4 for a day pass. Waiting for it to start up.
The main square was a short walk from the drop-off point, and we spent some time there in the sun.
The main square of Cherbourg. We are in the market square in Cherbourg. It's a beautiful day again, not quite as warm as it has been on previous days, but this is pretty good.
Blue sky, certainly. Lots of sun up ahead.
Let's see if I can flip round a bit and
I'm not sure if it's a market square or a town square.
carousel over there. And there's a theatre over there. And I can't go round any further because the seats in the way. There we are.
It was Sunday, and apart from the cafes, almost nothing was open, but we did buy some biscuits in this little mini market.
We were soon back at the harbour front where we could see Sky Princess not very far away. Standing in the queue for the shuttle, we could see that Sky Princess had been joined by Stena Vision, a ferry which runs between Rosslare in Ireland and Cherbourg. Back at Sky Princess, we could see they still hadn't fixed the problem with the gangways. Back on board, we headed for the pool deck where we had a burger, a margarita and an ice cream. It was starting to get a bit chilly, so Jill headed indoors, but I stayed out to watch a bit of football. By half-time it was getting very cold, so I headed back to the cabin. We went to the photo gallery to order up our photo prints. There are 3 8x10 prints included in the Princess Premier package. The package also includes unlimited downloads. The piazza had been decorated for the last night of our cruise. It was time to head to Soleil for our evening meal. While we were waiting to be seated, this happened.
So how was your Princess Shrimp cocktail?
Very nice. I just expected the tails to still be on, but they came off reasonably easily. It was tasty. Preferred the lemon not to be on the side rather than in the glass, but it was covered in the sauce.
Was it Mary Rose sauce?
Mary Rose sauce, I think. How was your fettuccine alfredo?
It was exactly the same as yesterday. It was very nice indeed.
More.
I've noticed that the portion is smaller than they used to be, which is good for when you have it as a starter. Before I've had it as a starter, it's been a rather large portion, but that's just about the right size for the size. How was your crackling pork belly?
Very tasty. The crackling was superb. No way to eat it politely. Keep it up and crunch, but it was beautiful. The pork itself was really tender, fell apart. Sticky rice, and the glaze was nice. Even the cabbage was a little spicy in places, but it was very tasty. So, how was your lamb shank?
Very tasty, very falling apart as you'd expect on a town state. The thing with some beans, which were in a sort of cassoulet, were very nice. And some, I think they call them snow peas, which were like moles too, like these, the more rounded.
Sugar snap peas.
And there was also, rather strangely, half of a roast potato. Thank you very much. So how was your cherry sorbet?
Very cold. I know sorbet's supposed to be cold, but I am starting to get a little bit of brain freeze. Not particularly strong cherry flavour for this one. I've had perhaps cherry is the best flavour for sorbet. I've had better ones. And how was your apple pie?
Well, it was cold. It didn't say it was going to be hot, but I expected it to be hot. It was cold. It's not fridge cold, but not hot. And I don't think it was supposed to be hot and it gone cold. It was just that's the way it was going to serve. The crème custard was incredibly thin. It was water-like in thinness, but it was tasty, and the apple pie was lovely. Very, very good.
Happily?
Yeah, very peaceful and very nice.
On our way out, we had a chat with Charmaine, who'd done a wonderful job greeting and seating people throughout our trip. Back in Southampton, we had a light breakfast in the buffet and headed out onto the pool deck for a last look around before disembarking.
Empty deck. It's almost time to get on. Very sad sight. An empty deck.
We had to wait a while in the terminal building for our taxi because it had been delayed in traffic. We were very grateful when it came because it avoided us having to take 2 trains. Thanks for watching. We'd be very grateful if you liked and subscribed.